So Jaime Munguia has news coming out right now that Ronald Gavril, a guy who David Benavidez beat when he was 20, I think he was 20 years old when he beat Ronald Gavril. That's the guy that Munguia is finna fight right now in Tijuana, Mexico. It looks like the fight will be happening on December 14th in Tijuana, Mexico against Ronald Gavril, who's 38 years old, 7-0 since he lost to David Benavidez. And in the last 6 years, which he basically put David Benavidez in a position to be champion at 168 because Benavidez won the belt from Gavril, and that was a while ago. And even though he's been in a different weight class for a little minute, they say he was at 175 recently, and I seen him at 175 for a couple times. I didn't know what that really meant. But as far as right now, it looks like he's being labeled next for Jaime Munguia on December 14th. Now it's not a huge name or something like that. I mean, Ronald Gavril still is I look at him kind of like the David Lemieux of this era, kind of. Even though David Lemieux is probably around the same age or close to that age, he's kind of like that kind of fighter. I mean, he's game. You know what I'm saying? He a real good fighter. Not too far off from like a Derevyanchenko or something. So this is definitely something if it does happen. This is a fight. I would say he's possibly better than Bezian, the last guy, probably. But he's around that same area. I mean, both guys are competitive. They good fighters. Got a lot of respect for them. But this just goes to show you, Vita has been fighting some dogs in his career. His resume is looking pretty good right about now. And it's getting better and better and better. That's one thing people don't want to talk about, but that's a whole nother subject. His resume just keeps looking better and better. He's been fighting some guys now. He's got some names up under his belt. It's definitely, at the age he's at right now, he's doing a lot. That goes to show that. But Munguia, I think he's still a top guy at that 168 weight class. But I think it's a lot of guys right behind him, though. Pacheco, I was waiting on Pacheco to make that leap. The last fight he had, it says a lot. I don't know. He's not far behind. And he's asking for that Munguia fight. Munguia said one more and then that can possibly happen. Like one or two more fights. So what? Is Pacheco fighting? I don't want to say that right now, but what is going to happen with that though? Because right now Munguia got some options. He gets some fights up under his belt right now. But for him, he's trying to be champion again. And he's trying to get that IBF belt. So maybe he puts himself in a position where he fights close to the same time as Shishkin and William Skoll, and that fight can happen. But him fighting in December 14th, I mean, it makes sense. Him doing it in Mexico as well because, they don't have a lot of dates over here in the United States. It's only so many places you can fight at. Unless you're going to pull an Oscar De La Hoya and fight at Houston Arena like he did last year with Ryan Garcia. I don't know. Some things that can't happen, but that's a good fight right now. I can see that happening. That's a very good fight. I think Gavril, even though he's up in age now, he can still pull one more fight off. He probably got one good fight left in him. So yeah, that'll definitely be a good fight. He doesn't have a lot of age under him. I mean, he don't got too many miles on him like that, so should be a decent fight. Definitely gonna be watchable. But that's good for Munguia though. He trying to stay active. Man, staying active is everything right now. I mean, every 3 months he just fought. That's good for him. Every 3 months. Let's go. Yeah, he sound like he hungry right now. Yeah, I can tell, man. That Canelo fight did something to him. He hungry right now. He really is. He's very hungry. And yeah, I like to see that. That fight set up already. Well, it's not set up. Take that back. It's not set up. It's being planned. It's being talked about. But that definitely can happen. I like to see that fight though. Gavril, he's an animal, but that goes to show you though how good Benavidez is. It goes to show you. I heard a lot of people saying that something about certain guys ain't good enough at 168 and stuff. I mean, you still got Munguia down there, and I don't know if people know it, but Benavidez still is at 168. He's just good enough to fight at 75 at the same time. But, and there's other guys that way more than him that fight at 68. But that's still a good fight. I mean, that's still a good fight now. He's still a top fighter at 168. I don't know what people been thinking lately, but yeah. That's all I got.